I like these calm little moments before the storm.
Money comes big, yeah. It's not small, no.
Kiss my entire.
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome.
This is a man's world.
Open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it.
Kick the chops out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
On with the show, this is it. Yeah, so I'm gonna need some backup today. I'm just not feeling well, so I need my right hand man.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gordon Shumway, nice to meet you. Interested in a new Buick?
Nonsense. I've not yet begun to defile myself.
I'll make you famous.
I've not yet begun to defile myself.
I have not yet begun to defile myself. I'm gonna bring in some more backup here. Let's bring this guy out.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh, no, it's the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
What's up, Pops? How are you?
What's up? Morning, Doc. Morning, Taylor. What's happening, my
morning,
friend? Morning. I guess it's afternoon, Trish.
It is afternoon.
Okay, for you people on the West Coast, good morning, Doc and Tanner. Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I'm feeling under the weather, so I may dip. I'll hang in here as long as I can. We got
chats popping, Doc. They're all over the place. They're on Facebook. They're in both the YouTube channels. It's all everywhere.
We got the chat going. Good to see Carrie is here. We got Max is here.
Max, Carrie
is here. Glenn Fleming is here.
Glenn is here. Devil's Air. Fant is here. And we got everybody.
Boy, Glenn.
Fanta, good to see you.
She's lit up, yo. It's lit up.
This guy's here. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
And Fanta, you got to get out here and sing belated happy birthday to Tanner. We missed you on his birthday.
And Glenn gets it. You got to wrench, drop your lake, yo. That's what this is about.
Use those wrenches, boys and girls. Glenn Fleming has a great book out right now, Hatch Annotated. Worth it. Go get it.
Great doesn't even begin to describe how awesome.
Subjective Perspective Collection. You are in my neck of the woods, sir, and glad to have you.
Albo is in the house. What's up? What's up, Albo?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, brother? Brother, sister.
Good to see you guys.
Whichever one's behind the keyboard there.
That's Joe.
It's gonna be Joe. Most too busy for us. Come on. You know. Most too busy. She got stuff to do.
Max, I thought I sent you the link, brother. Hold on.
Oh man.
Don't get butt hurt.
Birthday, Tanner.
Ah, jeez. Come on. We're past that. We're in December now. Appreciate it. I do.
See? I got the keys. I can do that. I told you, Doc. It's just what it feel like, right?
Oh, we're both here today. Well, hello, Mo and Joe.
Hey, there we go.
Glad to have
we got you both here. We need a new trailer.
Hey, yeah, we need a new trailer, and then we need to see more of the new book.
Yeah, you got to come out and talk about
Billy
it.
Power Max, good to see you. And Carrie says, Pops, did you get the mug you wanted?
I got a mug.
No, the mug, the one you talked about last week.
Yeah,
Are you saying you didn't want it?
No, I got this mug. I didn't get that one that I was talking. I do not have.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's bring another.
Oh my
guest
God!
up here.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on, Chris? Good to see you.
I'm 56 years old.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
What's up?
Yeah, baby.
What is up?
What's up, Max?
Just hanging out, working on some pages. We got a page that I wanted the sketch page came through, and I need some changes made. So,
oh, fun.
Fantastic. Abo Grizz says, "Hey, the new book is on the website. It's digital, so get over there and get it." Well, we need a new trailer.
Oh, I didn't realize it was digital.
Digital don't fit in my box.
I was way off.
Don't fit in my box though. Fanta saying hi. What's up, guys?
Good thing I got a printer.
No.
Once I get the digital copy.
Fanta. All right. I got to figure out how to do this. Hold on. I got too many windows open. Let me share screen here. Share screen. Entire screen. Pops, bring that in, will you?
Okay, read that comment though, real quick.
I can't. I only have one monitor. Say when.
What is this?
It's already up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tanner. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tanner. I'm sorry I'm late. Hope you had an amazing day celebrating with your friends and family. We all love you, Tanner. You're phantasmagorical. Like it.
Oh, you are so awesome, Fanta. That rock.
When did Maryland show up?
I love it.
From my phone, I can't see that little shit. No, comics don't belong on a phone, bro.
That's why you got to get one of these.
Physical is the only way. And if the power goes out, I can still read them. Physical is the only way.
I am fine with digital. You rock on, Mojo.
I'm not happy. No.
I got my tablet and
so
it's blow it up. The tablet's actually bigger than the freaking comic size.
So it's good to see everybody today. The chat is hopping, and it is
hopping.
It has been a fantastically bad week.
Oh, God, you ain't lying.
I have been under the weather. My health has been bad. I'm old. What can I say? It's just normal aging stuff. So on that note, however, we're going to go ahead and move into, because we got a big segment later. So we're going to start this segment a little early. It's time for some memes. Here we go.
Right on.
Can't read a
For
comic.
the love of God, everything you touch turns to shit.
A little truth bomb there.
Soon you're going to live in a van down by the river.
Johann Sebastian Bach, Johann Sebastian Front. I'm awake and everyone else is asleep o'clock again. Yep, that happens.
Oh,
that happens.
That happens to Doc every morning.
With little power comes little responsibility. Remember that the next time someone hits you with the Uncle Ben wisdom, you come back with some Uncle Doc wisdom. With the expectation of an alien visitation soon, liberals line up to hand out voter ballots and apologize for slavery for some reason. Because they would. If you're wondering why you're having a hard time buying Christmas, remember, you or someone you know voted for it. By the power of white girl, I am offended on your behalf.
Oh, that's fitting.
That's good.
Finish him.
That's my house right now. I got a squirt bottle, because my cats are always trying to get in the tree.
I don't have a Christmas tree, so I'm good.
If you've got a cat and a tree, you know the battle.
Oh, yes.
I hope you get everything you deserve. One statement that can be either the sweetest or meanest thing you can say to a person.
Oh, man. That's
See, I never say, like, when I'm beating someone's ass or something, I never say they deserved it. I always say they earned it.
Yep.
Well, it is work.
And then our friend Carrie sent us this one. Where's all the coffee? We were mugged. And last but not least, testicular injuries in women's sports.
Oh, man, you're liable to get me on a rant on that one. Oh, my God.
That was me.
Riley Gaines, we love you. We support you. You ever want to come out on the show, just say the word. You're here.
Seriously.
You see the transgender guy came in there for swimming in a swimming event, and he said that he was the woman and went in there to swim and race, and he actually lost to a woman.
Good.
That's good.
They're not that good. If they were good, they'd compete against men.
Yeah.
Well, they're not that good
at what they do. They're just.
It's kind of like seeing the transgender people in the MMA. It's like, dude, your bone structure and muscle definite or muscle tone and muscle just makeup is completely different than the physiology of a female.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming in there, you're just a dude beating up a girl.
The one dude chick said that he injured 2 different chicks in MMA. One got a fractured skull, and he said he enjoyed it because they were transphobic.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
So that's a dude that wanted to beat up some women. Who said
That's what it is.
That's a piece of shit, yo. That's not a hero. That's not somebody whose values you need to uphold.
No.
Okay, that's somebody whose ass needs to be pulled down.
I didn't have time to clip it because I just watched it before the show, but Riley Gaines was testifying before Congress.
Yeah.
And a libtard told her that her comments were transphobic, and Riley Gaines didn't miss a beat. She fired right back and said, "Well, I think your comments are misogynist." The libtard had a meltdown. Point of order. I moved to strike her words. And they all conferred, and they said, "Yeah, you can't do that. You fired a shot at her," so she fired back, and that's allowed. Sorry. Get him, Riley. Don't take no shit off of him.
Woody.
Yeah.
Well, I read this morning they were talking about cyclists and how two transgender cyclists took the top 2 spots for a female cyclist competition, and that's just bullshit. That's I don't know. It's just bullshit.
This era,
He's transgender.
this era, starting with the Obama years, will go down as the dumbest era in the history of dumb.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
You're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak.
Look, I'm gonna go on record saying this. If you're a dude and you want to compete against women, you're a punk ass bitch.
Well, not really a bitch.
He's trying to be anyway. So we
You're
can
just
give
a
him a
punk
label.
ass. We're not gonna. We're not
I
gonna
just
allow.
find it funny that all these transgender athletes always seem to be top of the game.
Yeah,
you know,
430th ranking in men's.
One of them was 700th.
Yeah.
You know, you're not look. Like I said,
who was it?
If you think your path to glory is beating a bunch of women in sports.
There's an older lady. God, I'm gonna be quoting her. I can't remember who it was, if she was a politician or something, but she was talking about, or maybe she's involved in sports somehow, women's sports, like a coach or something of that nature. But she was talking about mediocre male bodies in women's sports. You know?
Yeah. It's as simple as this, boys and girls. Anatomy is a real thing. All the wishes in the world won't change it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Pops, that's a damn fine mug you're sipping out of there. You want to show that to the people?
We'd show it to everybody already.
There we go.
Oh, the science. Well, not that science. This
yeah, not that science. No,
not that science. Damn you! That science is racist. Just like the following things are racist. I'm keeping a list, and you can look these up. Math is racist. Gravity is racist. Being on time is racist. Pavement is racist. And I kid you not, a rock in Oregon was racist and had to be removed. A rock.
A rock.
You know, this is the thing. I'm going to have my little rant here, boys. I'm just going to say it. The strategy is blatantly obvious to anyone with an IQ above 2 that if you label everything as Nazi or racist, then that justifies your every action because you are opposing something that is horribly evil. Mm-hmm. The problem is that you label anything you disagree with as that. Yeah, eating 3 times a day is racist. The list is huge. This is why the media refused to denounce Antifa. Well, they're just fighting against it. It stands for anti-fascist. Yeah, but their definition of fascist is everyone but them. And they themselves are the brown shirts.
Yeah, they're the ones acting like brown shirts.
Yeah.
They don't even know what brown shirts are.
No, that's the sad part.
There was a group of people just like them in the 30s doing the same shit in Germany that they're doing here in America.
I debated one of them, and one of them continued to call me a fascist. I said, quick, define fascist. Nothing. Crickets.
Everything I don't like.
Yeah. And there was one of those where Kirk, what's his name?
From what?
He's he does the campus reform.
Who? Never heard of him.
Oh, Kirk. I know his name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's good. But he was on one, and someone was interviewing a protester who was there and said, well, I heard you call him a racist or a fascist. What exactly has he said that is fascist? And she goes, I really don't even know what that word means. I mean, how do you go to college and then dare to be in public and say some stupid like that? Just a big old bucket of dumb fall out your mouth. You know?
Well, it's because they don't teach actual critical thinking in college anymore.
No,
I mean, it's funny. It's in every It's in every syllabus that we're here to teach you critical thinking, but they don't teach critical thought.
Yeah.
No, they don't
Victor
want
Davis.
to argue. They don't want you to argue and debate an issue. They want you to fall in line.
So Victor Davis
Whatever
Hanson.
the fucking professor says. And there's no, but professor, that ain't right. This is the way it really is. Nobody does that anymore because you'll get a shit grade and kicked out of school.
Victor Davis Hanson is in addition to being a world-renowned historian and classicist, is a professor tenured at Stanford, which is a very liberal school, but he's conservative. And they were having their curriculum meeting, and I'm paraphrasing him here. He said, they asked, well, we have to remove a couple of these because this is too much for the course catalog. And everyone wanted to remove his history of Western civilization. Mm-hmm. And he argued, well, I think we can lose, let's see, lesbian theory, dance theory, gender
a bunch
studies.
of shit that don't teach nobody nothing that's going to help them in the future.
And they said something, I forget, they said something snarky to him. He said, I tell you what, I'm going to put 5 words. He got up and he wrote on a dry erase board. I'm going to put 5 terms up here. If anybody in this room can define any one of these terms, I'll withdraw the course that I'm offering. And he wrote, like Doric, Ionic, just different classicist terms from Western civilization. None of the professors could define even one of them.
Of course not.
Wow.
Of course not, because that's not their area of expertise. I'm better at dancing with lesbians. I'm really good at it too. I'm telling you. It was a course that didn't take me anywhere. I didn't learn anything or gain anything financially from it in the future. I went in debt with my student loan going to school to learn how to dance with lesbians, but I'm really good at it.
Yeah, it's.
We had to take when I went to college, we had to take what do they call it? A gender studies or diversity class.
Oh Lord!
So we had to take one.
Damn.
Part of your curriculum for graduating. So I took women's history class, and it was funny because I took women's history class, and then I took a history class from 1865 until now.
Yeah.
The same teacher taught it, same instructor taught it, and it was basically the same exact women's studies history class.
Yeah. We had a professor. Now, I went to Mercer University. Mercer at that time was a Southern Baptist university, although it had very liberal professors in its staff. One of whom was Dr. Laurie Lankin, who I think was trans. I'm not sure. She said, I am a bisexual, non-Orthodox Jew. You can call me Laurie or you can call me Dr. Lankin, but you may not call me Mrs. anything. Well, Laurie put up these stations around the room from strongly agree going around the room to strongly disagree. And she said, all right, I'm going to read this statement and you go stand under whichever. And she said, the statement was, we as mental health professionals have failed to be culturally diverse. And I walked right over to strongly disagree. And I'm the only one there. And she goes, and she says, and I quote, and why, Mr. Blalock, do you strongly disagree? I said, because I ain't failed at shit. Oh, Lord. It's a true
Stand your
story.
ground, people. Stand your ground.
Never back down. Never back down. Now, they have the institutions of higher learning. They have the teachers union, and they're trying to get your kindergartners through 3rd graders right now. And that was the line too far, I believe. But anyway, they've got education. They've got entertainment media. They've got the government. What hope do you have? You need to be raising your kids yourself. Don't trust the media to do it, and don't trust Hollywood to do it, and do not trust the education system to do it. Just saying, because they are all horribly, horribly wrong and in desperate need of.
You need to shut the fuck up.
I used to piss my teachers off because my dad taught me one thing when I was really young. He said, son, question everything and follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that in school, you piss a lot of people off.
Now, both of my parents were in education.
And then I would show them the money trail.
Both of my parents were in education, but they were pre-woke educators. And both of them taught us to ask the following questions. When someone presents you with facts, even in a classroom, says who? What's your source? As evidenced by what? So when you come at me, I need to know what's your source and what's your evidence. Because otherwise, that's what's called an opinion, and everybody's got them.
Like back in the day when you had to cite your sources.
Yeah.
And your sources had to be legit.
Well, yeah, legitimate sources.
Because you go to check somebody's source and they've cited somebody else as the source, and they've cited somebody else as the source. And eventually it goes full circle all the way back to the original.
It used to be at your undergrad, you had to do your research paper. And then at your graduate level, you had to do your master's thesis and then your doctoral dissertation at your postgrad. And all three were supposed to be in sequence with each other, showing the development of your intelligence through your education. Yeah, it ain't that no more. All right. You know, my research paper was on, I forget what it was, but it was basically interpersonal dynamics. And I did continue all the way through with mine. But another guy that I went through with, his first research was on some bullshit about the wage gap. And I debunked him in class because there is no wage gap. And then he backed off of that at the master's level and changed it to some other talking point. And I stayed after that dude. I'm like, dude, man, you cannot rely on MSNBC and TikTok videos for your education. Well, there was no TikTok back then, but YouTube back then. But you know what I'm saying? You can't just grab some talking points and build a dissertation off of it.
Yeah, now you can get into Congress off that shit.
Yeah, no shit.
The thing I always thought was great was they were talking about the wage gap and how women make 87 cents to the dollar that every man makes and all this stuff. And I'm like, that is untrue. And they're like, no, it's true. You can look it up. And I'm like, yeah, I can look it up. But I can also tell you for a fact that if women made 87 cents to the dollar, companies would be hiring them like fucking madmen.
Thank you. Every company everywhere would be all female.
All female. Yeah.
Capitalism is real.
Let me put it to you this way. Guys, you guys, Tanner, Max, you guys both hire artists. You hire people to work for you. Do you pay the women less?
No.
No.
Usually more.
Like
Because
the American Plus.
usually pay the women more because they're like on top of their game.
Yeah.
Like Ula Moss, she's top of her game in colors.
Yeah.
So she costs more.
4 of my last 5
colors in general.
Meritology. That's how you get paid. Be good at what you do.
4 of my last 5 supervisors / employers were females. All right. I had no clue that should be strange because they all earned their positions.
Yeah.
Meritology. That's what I'm saying. You know. And they don't get paid less because they're good at what they do, man. Nobody gets paid less for being good at what they do.
I used to date a girl who was, her mother was the head of psychology at the VA.
Oh,
like the head of the psychology department at the VA, like the whole fucking thing. And I was like, Jesus, man, way to go.
Max was dating her daughter. Think about that for a minute.
And her dad was a nuclear physicist. He actually worked at the nuclear reactor.
Well, I mean, the mom, doing that for the VA, that's a target-rich environment. If you're in mental health and work for the VA, you got job security for life. Just saying. Because they fuck us up for life.
Ain't that the truth?
You know how hard it is to get them people fired?
Yeah, I do. I've already presented my fix for the VA, and I'm right. fire every civilian contractor, shut down all the VA centers, reopen all the closed military bases, just the medical clinics, staff them with permanent party active duty medical personnel, and provide the same treatment to them we provide to the active duty people. Problem solved.
Yep, there you go.
150 people will show up for sick call on any given morning, and 150 of them will be seen before noon.
Yep.
Another 150 show up at 1300 sick call, and all of them are seen before 1400. Okay, I'm just saying, we're that good.
It's a boot camp.
Yeah.
It's in day school. That's how it is when you're in training.
That's how good
They
they
don't
are.
send you to a private hospital to deal with that shit. You go to Balboa if you're in San Diego.
I don't know how well
my military.
I don't know how well civilians would take to drink water and drive on.
Yeah.
I do remember I had spent 2 years on Parris Island. All right. Patient care on Parris Island is, what are you here for? Get over there. That's right. Get it. You know, and you bark at them. All right. I got called one day. Could I please come help out in dependent sick call? Because they were shorthanded. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it took me a second, but I had to stop that real quick because, you know, General's wife comes in. What are you here for?
Kids, yeah.
Well, my sciatica's acting up. And, you know, the first thing that wants to come out of your mouth is wham.
I got something to show you guys. I found this the other day when we were doing the show offs. And it is July of 2000, Soldiers of Victory, Batgirl, Metamorph Man, fucking, you know, people obscure, like side heroes, right?
Right.
Against the Injustice League, Lex Luthor, all these badasses. Now, I don't know how far this went. This is number 1. I read it this morning, and hey, you know, I mean, considering the other trash that I've read from DC 2000 lately, this ain't that bad.
I'll take the worst Charleston comic from the 70s over modern shit. I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I don't. You know, I was just reading like the.
It's 23 years old, but I'm just saying, it's like.
I
all
was just
B-lister,
reading, you know, the little descriptions on new comics lately, and I just shake my head, you know. And that's just, you know, a 2-3 sentence little blurb about what the comic's about.
Well, see, the main problem is there's an A story and a B story in most good writing, and the writers nowadays take the social aspect and make that the A story.
Right.
And then the B story is the fighting the villain bad guy. And it's supposed to be the other way around.
Exactly.
You're supposed to fight the villain bad guy.
Yeah.
And
there's
then the
nothing
B
wrong.
story is if the guy your character's gay, he's coping with being gay and coming out of the closet or something like that. That's the B story.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. Supposed to be.
Sounds like Superboy.
You can show non-action scenes that develop relationships in your books, and you should, because you want readers to care about your characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the thrust of the story has got to be the story, not their personal lives.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
but we're going to talk about eye candy now, Max.
Oh, good. I like that.
We've reached that time.
Greetings and salutations. I'm Tanner Hurley with another Great Moments in Comic History. And today we are focusing on the famous pinup artist.
The babe artist.
The babe artist. The guys that get it done. So I rated my collection and I picked out a few that kind of stand out, I think, in my eyes. Starting off, kind of a newer one. Steve Mannion, I think, is one of the better ones nowadays, coming out with stuff. Fearless Dawn. Of course, this is the swimsuit edition. I thought it was fitting.
Look, Devil's Air even picked up on it. The girl at the bottom, zoom in on her face. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's just pretty.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yep.
What's up, MANTICORE?
MANTICORE, good to see you, my friend.
I mean, what list would be complete without Jim Balent?
Hello.
Thinking Comics.
Carol, you open them up a little bit.
Let's see. Can I?
Careful.
Oh no, I did not care. J. Anacoletto.
Yep.
With his realistic style depictions. Mark Beecham.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Marie. I can't believe you got a Sam Marie comic. I got all of them, dude.
Oh yeah, I got all of them. This is the first one that I grabbed.
Yeah, Sam Marie is fucking fantastic. That was
absolutely.
That was my reintroduction into comics when I was in middle school, I think.
We talked about Image Comics. There's not many that I would actually consider the greats, but I do find Michael Turner to be one of them.
Yep.
I think he draws amazing female forms.
Well, all the stuff that came out of Top Cow during the Image days was
yeah. Got the biz.
You give him the business. Simon Bisley.
Stephen Hughes.
Hello.
Stephen Hughes, good stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on.
He was a fucking fantastic dude. Too.
Just fantastic guy, fantastic artist, fantastic.
He was just a nice guy in general.
Nice guy, all around genuine dude. Adam Hughes.
That's Stephen Hughes.
No, this is Adam.
Oh, is that Adam? Okay.
Stephen Hughes was the one beforehand.
Yeah.
The Lady Death.
Yeah.
Other Adam Hughes. Hold up there, Tanner. We got some other Adam Hughes.
I got this. So let Tanner finish. Would you let Tanner finish?
We'll keep him in the line when he's talking about an artist. We'll show that stuff.
And then last but certainly not least, my personal favorite is Dawn artist Joseph Michael Linsner.
Yeah. He does all the beat covers for Dynamite, and I buy one every month.
Oh man, how can you not, right?
I was telling Tanner, when she and Dawn came out, they were not the prototypical stick the butt out, huge boobs girls. They were beautiful, normal looking women. And I loved that style.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. So yeah, let me run through my list here. So speaking of Adam Hughes, when he did Ghost,
oh man,
she was just absolutely beautiful. And I loved it. And, Adam Hughes, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Because
definitive.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier our boy Art Adams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the one I love that no one knows, Mr. Steve Epting. This is also Steve Epting. But then there's the King. He was drawing thick before thick was thick.
Oh, so
Frank
true.
Frazetta.
Yeah, I knew it was Frazetta from the beginning.
Yeah, it's such a distinctive style,
Those heavy hips, thick girls. And Mike Grell kind of carried that same style. Just Mike Grell's women were just sexy.
Oh yeah. I asked Stephen Hughes, I was like, so where did you come up with Lady Death? And he goes, who doesn't like a big titted blonde white girl?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Fitting.
But here's the question. Since aesthetics are subjective, let me get us back on panel here. Since aesthetics are subjective, what makes a beautiful female character? She, for example, is not buxomy, but she's leggy. So does that mean that when we're judging this stuff, it's like in real life? Are you a leg man, a butt man, a boob man?
There might be some truth to that. It's personal preference.
It's all personal preference.
I mean, for me, I like Frazetta's style better because I like thicker girls that can take a beating. You know? one that you can smack that ass and it ain't gonna fucking hurt her.
Oh man, I see the chat. Crumb, heck yeah, some Robert Crumb.
Yeah. What we know what is not aesthetically pleasing. All right, Miss Marvel recently,
yeah,
or Captain Marvel, I should say. Terrible, ugly art.
No, she was great when she was Miss Marvel.
Yeah, absolutely, she was. Carol Danvers used to be one of the hottest girls in comics, and they promptly did away with that.
Even the superhero squad, even the Miss Marvel in the superhero squad is hotter than the shit they got.
But I think that when I draw women, I want them to have curves.
Yeah.
I want them to. We'll get to eye candy for the ladies on another episode. Today is all about us looking at the pound cake, not the beef cake. When I draw women, I want the thighs to have a curve to them. I want the shoulders to be soft, the biceps to be shapely. You know what I'm saying? I don't want stick girls with big boobs, and I don't want stick girls with a big butt. I want curvy.
They need Coke bottle. They gotta have that. They gotta have that Coke bottle shape.
Yeah.
I think if Carrie wants to do that, she needs to come out here and do Carrie's Tea Time. Her and the girls can do whatever the hell they want, and we'll put it out here on the network.
Right. Yeah, toned is good. Like we were talking earlier, the image girls were almost like fitness instructors with fake boobs.
Yeah, and the image girls, they all had those Rob Liefeld like mile long legs.
Yeah. And they were all ripped and they all had fake boobs.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at Frazetta, Epting, these that we just showed you, and you can tell those were modeled after actual beautiful women. Except for this, by the way. This was modeled after a mannequin that he had in his office. Just saying. It's a true story. Look it up. But, there's a certain aesthetic from superhero males. You want ripped and big chest, big shoulders, big arms, blah, blah, blah. You don't want some wussy looking thing. And even Spider-Man, who is small but cut, is a superhero build.
Mm-hmm.
He's built nothing like Captain America, who's built nothing like the Hulk.
I always liked Didato's version of Spider-Man. He was kind of ripped, he looked like
Mark Bagley did Spider-Man. He said,
Mark Bagley.
To make Spider-Man move, you have to break every bone in his body. That's a true statement.
Yeah,
some of those poses were impossible.
Yeah,
but they happen. But with doing the women, they have to be powerful because they're superheroes, but they still possess a femininity to them, a beauty. They are aesthetically pleasing. While we can say that the beauty is subjective, we can all objectively say we know what it ain't.
Mm-hmm. Devil's Air, we most assuredly are not talking about movies right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no movies. No movies.
MCU, not a fan.
I didn't even agree with Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was a bad choice, and she did a fine job with it. Don't get me wrong, but I think they missed an opportunity for casting there. They could have gotten somebody better.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a big ScarJo fan.
Yeah, I am too. So
smoking hot. So I'll take her in any role I can watch her in.
And Elizabeth Olsen did a fine job as Scarlet Witch, but Scarlet Witch is the very definition of voluptuous Romanian girl.
Yeah,
my Elizabeth Payne is my version of what that should have looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So
they they really nerfed Scarlet Witch's power.
Yeah,
in those movies, because I'm sitting there thinking Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful characters in the whole Marvel universe.
Yeah,
and they've just dumbed her down to.
Yeah. Now they did OP her in the last Doctor Strange movie. You know, she's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. Well, no, she's not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
She
you don't
make you believe she is.
But they did, at least in the comic books, they developed her over time. You know, she was hindered by her self-doubt, and she was held back by her own blocks in her own mind until she finally.
She's so messed up. She fell in love with the robot. Guys, come on.
She eventually had to develop into, you know, her
Later,
final.
Fanta.
Bye, Fanta, darling. Always glad to have you. But she developed over time into the character that she was. And they didn't really have the time to do that in the movies or the TV show. Okay, I get it. But as far as aesthetics goes, come on, Elizabeth Olsen is thin.
Yeah.
She is not a voluptuous honey like Wanda Maximoff is. Come on. Can I get an agreement?
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I mean, Elizabeth Olsen's just rail skinny like her other sisters, so it didn't really work out as much. I mean, she doesn't have that. I mean, really, like, she needs to have more of a Betty Page body.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's be honest, guys. They've only cast 2 people in the MCU good, and that was fucking Cap and Iron Man. Let's be honest.
No, there's been some pretty good casting, but
Thor's all right.
Yeah, Thor's good.
I like Thor.
Ant-Man was awesome. Scott Lang.
Oh man, I recently watched that new one. I don't know why it did so poorly. It was actually a really good film. But,
It was all right, but his first outing and then his little appearance cameo or fight with Falcon in the first Ant-Man movie, that was just awesome. It was great. Hawkeye was cast well, but Jeremy Renner started aging rather rapidly.
Yeah, he did. He got old quick. I mean, like he aged. He aged fast.
Yeah.
He was like during the Avengers, he looked like a kid, and then during like Endgame, looks like he's 50.
Yeah. Which of course he is.
I was going to say, isn't he?
He is 50. But I'm saying, you know, he beforehand he was 40 something and looked like he was in his 20s.
Right. Hi, Brianna. Good to see you. Yeah, early MCU did rock. It did. Even the bad ones are better than the best ones today. I'm sorry. I watch Iron Man 2 in a heartbeat.
It's like the casting in the beginning, Cap, Iron Man, they knew what they were doing. Okay, I'll even give you Chris Hemsworth. I'll even give you Thor. But, and I'm a Thor fan, so I'm real critical about that particular character, okay? But that's all, man. I mean, okay, no. Black Panther was a good casting. There just weren't that many that were really good casting.
You don't think Ant-Man was good casting?
I think anybody could have done that. That was comedy relief, dude.
I don't think anybody
could have done
that. I don't think so.
He didn't have to be athletic. He didn't have to be any of the, I mean, he just had to be.
He was ripped.
He just had to be funny. That's all he had
What's
to
that
do.
actor's name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. He got himself
Kansas
ripped.
City.
Yep, he got himself all ripped up for it. Yep, there's you.
Brianna likes ScarJo. Brianna likes ScarJo.
Yeah, I still think she could have been cast better. Definitely, they blew it with Carol Danvers.
They blew it with the whole bunch of people, man.
Well, hold on. What's her name? What's that actress's name?
Which one?
Who? Carol Danvers?
Yeah.
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
Let me say this. Brie Larson is beautiful. She had the look. She could have done it. But her on-stage and off-stage behavior totally ruined it.
That's what killed it. That's what killed it for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
and whoever designed that stupid-ass costume killed it. Killed it.
Yeah.
I didn't like Batista being cast as Drax. I thought that was stupid.
Well, they wrote Drax badly. That's not Drax. Drax
he's not the comics Drax.
Right.
I do think he's funny as shit.
You know what I mean?
But that's
Drax is supposed to be the Hulk equivalent.
Yeah.
Warlock was horrible.
Warlock was
that was a crime what they did to Warlock.
The look was, the actor,
The whole
casting
thing was
job, like
horrible.
look-wise, was perfect, but how they wrote him?
No, he wasn't. He looked like
the
a
whole thing
doof.
was horrible. It was ugly.
He looked like a doof. He acted like a doof.
Well, yeah, like I said,
It was
how they
just
wrote
ugly.
him was horrible.
One of the most powerful people out there, and they turned him into a fucking somebody's little brother or a little fucking lackey or whatever.
Oh, he was a bitch. He was a little bitch in that one. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Now, Samuel L. Jackson as Fury early on, killer. Great choice.
Yeah.
Coulson, amazing.
Coulson was
amazing.
Coulson was good. But you had to like that.
Loki.
Did you ever watch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after that?
I did for a little while, but
Little
when they wouldn't commit to making it canon, I lost interest.
They kind of did though, because they talked
They
about
did
what's
retro.
going on in the MCU during
They retroactively did.
all the way up to the end.
They retroactively made it canon. But if I'm watching a Marvel show, even if it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Netflix stuff, it's got to call back to the main MCU and have a little bit of that in it, or you lose me.
Yeah.
They did do that with the Netflix when they talked about the event. That's what they called it when the Chitauri invasion. Brianna says she swings for both teams, so she can have opinions on this. You can have opinions even if you don't swing for both.
You have to remember though, Doc, the whole side story of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is based on Coulson coming back to life and then finding out how he was saved, and that's straight out of the MCU.
I understand, but
From the beginning, the whole side story is based on something straight out of the MCU.
I understand. I'm just saying they never would commit to making it canon, and they said so repeatedly.
They even talked about the helicarriers going down in New York. They talked all kinds of shit, and they talked about a lot of shit in the MCU in that show.
I mean, they did a good job casting John Barenthal as Punisher.
Yep. Good call.
That was
Charlie Cox was a great Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what's her name is Jessica Jones, knocked it out of the ballpark.
Well, that first season, that second season was
season
pretty
one.
bad.
Ignore everything after that. Yeah. And I liked, although it went too long, I liked the Defenders, seeing them four come together.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. Except for the Iron Fist guy.
The Iron Fist guy could have been better. But the Defenders was all right. I liked it. I mean, it was one of those shows where you're kind of like,
it just wasn't the Defenders.
Yeah, about 6 episode in, you're just kind of like, is there more of this? It's still
in fairness, though, the Defenders was always a rotating roster, so it was all right.
Rotating roster that always revolved around Doctor Strange, pretty much. Valkyrie was pretty much in it the whole time.
What I wanted to see. What I wanted to see was
and Daredevil never was, and Elektra never was, and all these people. Luke Cage, I think he might have done a couple.
That was Heroes for Hire
in the Defenders, but was never part of them.
They dropped the ball on that. They could have done a really good Heroes for Hire, but
and they were going to, but the Iron Fist character got he was so lambasted. They were like, "Yeah, we got to rethink this."
He was bad. It was really
terrible.
Bad. I was really looking forward to it too.
Yeah, his acting was terrible. He couldn't do the action stuff himself.
I didn't like the way he portrayed the guy.
Oh yeah, he was.
What I'm saying. Poorly written, poorly executed, just bad. Now there were a couple of good moments because even a broken clock is right twice a day. When Power Man held up his hands and said, "Hit my hands," and he would power up and punch and make the shockwave. That was good stuff.
I think the best thing they did in that show was redeemed a little bit of Elektra's character.
Yeah.
Because my God, the MCU fucked her up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elektra was good in what second season of Daredevil.
Yeah.
She was good in that, really good. And I like the actress. The actress they chose for her was good.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, the MCU, they turned her into a nursemaid in her debut movie.
Yeah.
Instead of being the assassin that she's supposed to be, they watered her down from day one and turned her into a sippy-soppy caring person that wasn't Elektra. She wasn't going to fall in love with Daredevil.
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. was absolutely the best casting they did.
Oh, yeah.
If it weren't for that performance,
there would be no MCU.
The MCU would have never happened.
There was a lot more interchange between her and Daredevil before they ever got together, and it was, and you know what I mean? It was like they weren't friends in the beginning, and she was an assassin going around killing people in his turf.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, think about it. She was an assassin, and they ruined her.
Well, they were playing that off of the Man Without Fear graphic novel.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they did a good job. Like, was it season 2 when the Punisher showed up in Daredevil?
Yeah.
They had him chained to the rooftop, and the Punisher's like, "I'm gonna kill this guy."
Yes,
and that was actually in the comics.
The Netflix version of Daredevil is better than the MCU version of Daredevil too.
That's what we're saying.
You know,
now, having said that, here's my hot take. I don't think Ben Affleck was terrible as Daredevil. It wasn't great, but it's all right. In particular, the best scene in the whole thing was when he comes back after a night and he spins the dials to unlock his place, and he comes in, takes the shirt off, and you see the scars all over his back. Yep. He's in the shower. He's just chewing on Vicodin, spits a tooth out. How spot on is that for showing what a non-superpowered vigilante would be like?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like that Alex Ross painting of Batman, you know, Bruce Wayne as Batman taking off his cowl and everything, and he's got all the scars and shit. And
hello, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah. So
we're talking of Batman and Ben Affleck. I like Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman actually a lot better than his portrayal of
Daredevil.
Yeah,
Daredevil.
Of course.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like a lot of people shit on him as Batman, and I think he was a really good Batman.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
He did a good dark fucking Knight, man. I thought, you know,
he was all right. Yeah. I got no complaints with it. I mean, I don't like the Snyderverse, but for what those actors were given to work with, most of them did a really good job. Oh, Kate coming in firing shots. Get out of here with that. I just watched Star Wars: A New Hope last night for the first time in like 10 years, and it still stands up. It's still a good movie.
Yep. I watch them probably once every couple of years. I'll sit down and watch all 3 of them back to back. And
the original 3, I got no use for any of the other ones at all. None.
It's pretty bad that it took the sequel trilogy to make the prequel trilogy seem good.
Yeah, and the prequels were terrible.
Yeah, they were.
Now, my son, his age group, they think the prequels were just as good as the originals, and the sequels suck.
Yeah.
No, son, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Because they used a little kid, and everybody fell all in love with little young Anakin, and
then he grows up and he shags the girl that's old enough to be his mother.
And not only that, but he fucks up the whole universe. And they all got behind him in the first 3 movies. They all thought he was a hero.
Well, everybody knew what his arc was going to be, but I kind of like, before George Lucas retconned it, that, you know, Anakin Skywalker was his friend and he was murdered by Darth Vader, an evil Jedi.
Yep.
I like that story better than I'm your father. Okay. But once they did the I'm your father, okay, fine, we'll roll with that. And that part was well done. But when you go back in time and you have this toddler and a fully mature grown woman, she's babysitting his ass, and then the next thing you know, they're in romance and she's pregnant by him. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I mean, there was some bad writing. I mean, a little bit of bad writing.
You know, George Lucas likes babysitter porn.
Look. Same age. Same age as my son.
Supposed to be siblings in the beginning either.
Look, same age as my son. Same age as my son. They're the prequels are okay. No, they're not. And I'm going to prove it with one word: midichlorians.
Yeah.
When you can do a blood test for the Force, you fucked up.
Well, and just the whole thing, kind of to me, when I was watching it, it was like, okay, you've got at the first one, you got Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's like, which one of them's gonna die?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan. I mean, no matter what stressful situation they put Obi-Wan and Anakin in, they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not.
You never heard of Qui-Gon before that, so he's not gonna be there because he's not for 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, and remember.
And then they killed off Darth Maul too early.
Older Obi-Wan told Luke, Yoda is the one who trained me. That's who's going to train you in Empire Strikes Back. Mm-hmm. But we don't see that. We see Qui-Gon training him. Obi-Wan.
Yeah. It is that time, Doc. You want to put the link out?
I already did.
Well, somebody missed it. Get up in there, Stephen B.
I'm already on. I'm on the step. You know what on the step means? It's a nautical term. When your ship is planing perfectly and is trimmed, you're on the step.
Woody, I do not believe in the fucking evil Jedi fucking Jar Jar either. No. Luke and Leia weren't supposed to be siblings in the beginning. I know that.
Right.
Well, hence why there's the kiss, but yeah, okay. Yeah. We won't go there.
Welcome, Stephen B. Camera, sorry, camera.
Hey, brother.
Gotta fix my camera again.
We hear him jostling his equipment around.
Like he didn't know that he had to come on camera.
Well, I know how to get on camera.
There he is. There he is. What's up? What's up, beautiful man?
I just got done up the tree.
How's your vacation?
It was good. I was trying to get some pages done while I was there. Only got like 2 done.
Now, where did you go for vacation?
I went on a cruise.
Okay, all right, right on. Where did you cruise to?
We went to Puerto Rico. We went to I think it was called Dunkirk or no.
The Caribbean.
Yeah, the Caribbean.
We went to the Caribbean.
All right.
Yo.
I have to do it. I have to do a something here. Stephen B. You have been an awesome member of the Madness. Look, guys, he goes on vacation. He sends me pre-recorded episodes to play for y'all to enjoy while he's gone. We keep it up and going. We keep it on his channel up and going. We keep it. Dude, he is the most dedicated person that I can think of right now when it comes to his own work and his word with what
as I'm hosting a show when I feel like I'm dying. Taking one for the team. Jeez, man.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Doc. You don't have any of the. You don't have the find. You don't have the D at the end of find.
I don't have the what?
The D at the end of find. Like if you're sick and you say the word fine, it comes out find. I'm fined.
I've done a lot of shows sick. I'm talking about when you know you're not going to be there and you plan ahead.
Yeah, you got to understand.
I know that.
My sick would kill 10 ordinary men. Just saying. Just don't even know. What's going on, Devil's there?
Good. Found some new comics today. So, or at least old ones. So, got some more to show off.
Good. We'll get to that here shortly.
It's fine.
So, Stephen B. Best babe artists.
Best babe artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't say
your humble opinion,
start kicking you.
Wait, what?
If you don't say
Just
Doc Blalock
give us
first.
your answers, not Doc's. Go ahead. Just who are your best babe artists?
We kick pops
Best babe artists.
Well, you know that Doc Blalock draws a hot ass woman.
The one that we skipped that we didn't bring in was Ed Benez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you had the
there's a lot of
submarine
them.
thing, I thought you were going to talk about Ed because
But,
he did the first
but
cover.
if I really had to choose, I would say, Doc, you're in the top 5.
Okay, well, who are the rest of the 4?
The rest of the 4, and this is not in order in any way. J. Scott Campbell.
I knew that one was in there, and it was on my list too.
I would say Jim Lee.
Really? Jim Lee, okay.
Greg Capullo.
I could see Greg Capullo, yeah.
What was that?
One
3?
more.
Or
One more.
One more.
Frazetta.
Yeah, I'll say Frazetta. Come on, you got to say the fucking king of it all.
Frazetta.
There you go.
There it
And
is.
there goes my phone. Hold on.
I'm
Get the
going
phone.
to throw Greg Horn in there too, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Greg Horn's good. I like
Yeah.
Greg Horn.
I'll grant that.
Just because I had one of his framed on the wall because it was just that fucking good, you know. Yeah.
You know, I'll say this too. When we were talking about Mike Grell earlier, he's really the only one of the mainstream sequential artists who did carry that Frazetta aesthetic through his work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thick women with the birthing hips and whatnot. But there were a few times when Romita could bring that game. Boob Dan.
Boob Dan can draw big boobs. That doesn't necessarily mean he's the best babe artist.
I mean, the B
Talking
is in the
about
name,
Zombie
so
Tramp?
it's implied.
Dan Mendoza?
No, he's talking about God, I can't remember his name. Dan
Not Plegel.
Plagle, yeah. Dan
Yeah,
Plagle.
Dan Plegel.
Like I said, he draws big boobs, but I don't necessarily think he's one of the best babe artists.
J. Scott Campbell deserves to be there.
Yeah.
Frazetta deserves to be there.
Oh, yeah. That's a given.
What you got there, Stephen B? Hold, put that back up there. What was that?
Sketch of Shack?
Timothy, on camera.
It's a church.
Church in the Woods.
And I mean, call it over back.
All right, very cool.
Okay.
All right, welcome Timothy Olson. Had to make sure you are who you say you are.
Right. I mean, who else would do me?
I'm still not sure.
Look, he's not
I know
sure.
the glasses make it difficult.
He's not even sure he's him. What's going on, Timothy?
Not much. Just trying to avoid all the nonsense and keeping a low profile for a while, you know.
Oh,
So
see,
you
you
got
come
the
out
Amazon
this
warehouse?
year.
You on the Amazon? You at the Amazon warehouse?
Going on Doc's show is
It's
keeping
not-
a low profile, everybody.
So, by the way, let me say this live before I forget. Luke Stone, we're week 3 away from you're supposed to come on the show. So if you hear this, the door's open for you, buddy. Anytime you want to come, you've got a project of your own out there right now. Plus, you're the FMC guy. Come on anytime you get ready.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean by low profile is I haven't been tweeting anything for a while. So
Well, I have some firsthand knowledge of this. Timothy is a shit stirrer, and then he runs away from the splash. He stirs up the shit and goes, ah!
And he leaves the spoon in the bowl so other
Yes.
people can keep
The
stirring.
spoon's still spinning, and he's
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
I'm unintentionally a shit stirrer.
Didn't realize he's doing it.
Nobody does it
What
unintentionally.
the response will be to this. That's all you got to do before you hit enter, right? I wonder what the response is.
Yes. So Timothy,
Wait a second.
Who are the
What's
best
that,
babe
dog?
artists in your opinion? The best 3 babe artists.
Say what? You broke up.
Really? Were you not watching the
Yeah,
show?
you did.
The best babe artist in your opinion. Which one are they?
Top 3.
That's kind of subjective.
That's
Any
why
of the
it's your
artists that
opinion.
any of the artists that I hire that will are willing to work with me.
Oh, Timothy.
Wah, 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 wah.
That was
Pandering.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
That was pandering.
that was weak tea. Come in here and serve that weak tea.
It's not weak, Dave.
Oh yeah, it really was.
So, by the way, Timothy Olsen has a book series called Melvin. Melvin 3 is just finished. Campaign is finished and is in fulfillment. Is that correct? As he freezes.
Is it ongoing?
What's the status?
Jesus. Internet.
Status on Melvin 3.
It's ongoing. Yeah, you're roboting. It might be just me.
No, you're roboting. The rest of us are just fine.
Yeah, I'm too.
We're doing great.
I'm not even max headrooming today.
No, I'm not. I'm not roboting.
Now he's gone.
Bring him back.
And goodbye.
All right. Okay. Good talk.
So we've established that. Look, I did want to circle back one more thing about Frazetta real quick. No, he was not known as a sequential artist. He was more of a book cover artist, whatever. But having
Well, he
said
started
that,
out in comics. He did.
he was without a doubt probably the most original style. I mean, his work is unmistakable in any form from any distance away. You see it, you know it.
Yeah, you know it's Frank Frazetta. Kind of like, God damn it. Who's the guy that did Death Dealer?
No idea.
So that was Frazetta.
That was Frazetta.
Was it Frazetta that did Death Dealer?
Yeah.
And who's the other guy I'm thinking about?
Boris Vallejo.
Boris Vallejo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Boris is good. Boris.
But he started off as a Frazetta knockoff. So
Yeah, he was.
Someone named Olivia from that.
Olivia's great too.
Yeah.
I got a calendar of hers.
I got a couple of her art books.
I had card sets, trading card sets, just all kinds of shit. Back when I used to collect cards, and I had Olivia cards and Vallejo cards.
I know I'm
Rosetta
getting
cards. They all.
Oh, he's back.
Signed by Olivia.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's nice.
Can you show some of that, Max?
Yeah, there's no nudity inside of it.
Hold on, let me embiggenate you.
Yeah.
It's a little throwback to classic pinup art.
Yeah,
like,
old school
Argus
pinup art.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
nice.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. The lady that I was with was a very huge fan of Olivia. So, also Timothy Green, the dude that did the Eon Flux art.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
I wish they made stuff like this nowadays.
Hot girls who are not twerking.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You got tons of guys out there. You just got to look for it. I mean, there's Matt Dixon out of the UK.
Dude, there are so many great artists, man. So
They are finding them all thanks through the Iron Age, but it just takes time. So
Beautiful
Witch.
stuff.
Ooh.
Beautiful stuff. Oh, look at that.
Remember? And then we've got, of course, for December, we've got Betty Page.
Oh,
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Good art is good art. We know it when we see it.
So
And
I think the question that was asked was, what artist do I think is the best artist?
No,
The best.
babe artist.
babe artists, the ones who draw babes
Oh.
best.
Oh, okay. I was gonna think Frank Frazetta. Wait, or
that's
the
one.
guy who
Yeah.
the guy who used to draw Gen 13.
Oh, Scott Campbell.
Scott Campbell.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
Frank Cho.
Frank Cho. That's one.
Why I didn't pull out books too. I definitely love Frank Cho.
And look, let's face it, Thorn from Bone by Jeff Smith was a hottie.
Yeah.
What about
Jeff Smith
the
can
guy?
draw,
The
man.
guy that did that Spider Woman cover that they made a big deal about?
Milo Manera.
Yeah, that guy does pretty good ones. So.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
See,
I
that's
withhold.
still, I mean,
I
I like
withhold comment because I
Frazetta
don't
and
know enough of
Olivia.
his work.
Oh man, he's known as
Milo
a
Manera
erotic artist, but
he's an erotic artist, which is why I don't understand why they even had him do a Spider Woman cover.
oh well, yeah, you know.
And
I
then
thought it
they're
was
all
hilarious.
concerned.
He did a bunch of covers for Marvel.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, everyone acts like that one was the only one, but he was doing the X-Men. He did Spider Woman. He did Valkyrie. He did a whole slew of them.
Well, the Spider Woman when it came out, big deal. It's like no one could even be in that position. I'm like, have you seen half the Peter Parker poses that they got this guy in?
That's the complaint we get in the JoJo fan base all the time. Like all the poses, like they're called JoJo poses for a reason. So all the crazy stuff those poses happen, they can never do that. And then you see
Well, I'm going to say this though: they're wrong about a woman not being able to get into that pose because I've seen it with my own eyes.
I know. I've been there. I've been looking at it from behind, but I've been there.
You've seen it in first person.
I get why it was a little controversial. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you got to remember that whether it's a male or a female superhero, they're just basically nudes with a costume on.
Yeah.
Drawn onto them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're skin tight uniforms, so
You get what you get.
Most of the time.
You get what you get.
I just
Sorry.
thought it was stupid that they made a big deal of nothing really.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's always going to be someone that's going to make a big deal out of anything
Yeah.
small.
I'm offended. Nobody cares.
all they
Nobody
did
cares.
was make that comic book worth more money.
Right.
Yes.
There's
Exactly.
controversy
For a
behind
minute.
it.
Only for a minute, though. And everybody who bought them as speculation to go sell them, they're not worth shit now.
No.
Hang on to them. They will be.
Yeah.
When it's a created controversy to add value to a cover or to a book, that shit doesn't stick.
What, like multiple
Just let you
covers?
guys know, down the road, people forget all about
Stuff
why
like
that one's
I don't think that was a created
Bottom falls
controversy. I think it was somebody got offended controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's beside the point. The reason the value went up was because of controversy, and people forget about controversy like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the value went right back down. I'm just saying. That's how those, if it's not real, if it's not a true first appearance of somebody who's going to be popular, if it's not something that's going to carry its weight down the road, it's not going to be a valuable book. Speculation has killed comic books, guys.
Well, sure.
Oh yeah,
That Milo
always
Manera
have and
cover-
always will. But
Pops, that Milo Manera cover is going for $1,300 right now.
So
look at the sold items. It's sold for.
It's kind of hard to get offended when everybody's offended over everything. So it's just like,
yeah,
who cares?
So true.
Yeah.
It's like,
when everyone's
everything's offensive
super,
and
no
nothing's
one is.
offensive.
Yeah.
The highest
like
it's
a
gone for.
9.8 going for
9.8. 9.8 went for $801.
Okay, what's a raw one go for? Because
$422.
$422. Why though?
Because it was
Almost
controversial.
Damn it.
No, it's just because of who drew it. I don't think it has anything to do with it.
All right.
Well, I don't know. You can get all of his other books for.
I was gonna say, look up his other books and see.
$15, $20 a pop. You know.
Yep.
Let's see 10 years if anybody gives a shit.
Well, I mean,
Well, he's got a fan
that's what I'm
following.
saying.
I mean,
They don't hold their weight, man. When it's
then sell now.
When it doesn't have a real reason.
I mean, I bought mine for cover price because I saw it on the newsstand, and that was that.
Yeah.
But
now cash out. That's how that
works. Cash out.
It's hard. It's hard for something to stay controversial when they just jump on to the next thing right after that thing kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
It's controversial.
I call it value unless it's an actual first appearance or it's the first cover he did for Marvel or something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really hold water down the road. It was a social media fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I don't know. He gave Frank Cho a lot of ammunition.
I'm just saying, it is what the thing speaks for itself. It is currently valuable.
Yeah.
Now, the first appearance of Harley Quinn in print, my buddy Charles has 2 of those, and they're selling rather heavily. And he said to me, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. But if I could ever say I paid off my car with a comic book, then
that's pretty badass.
And he's got 2 of them. He's got one in a safe, and the other one is just, bagged and boarded. Well, Charles, did you sell one of them? And he said, no.
Yeah, first appearance of Harley Quinn right now, CGC 9.6 is $850.
Yeah, and that's down a good bit because when they released the Suicide Squad?
Oh,
yep.
That
it was way up there.
It went boom, and then it went right back down.
But still, $800, man. Come on,
Well, yeah, but look, it's the first appearance of Harley Quinn. It should be worth more than that. Speculation has watered down what's actually valuable and what's not. When something can come off the press and be worth $500 on the first fucking day, that's stupid. Because who knows 10 years down the road whether or not that's going to hold its value.
Yeah, we all agree on that, Pop. Speculator market killed comics in the 90s, and then SJW has killed it after that.
Yep.
It's just, come on, man. Like Tanner said, I got it for cover price. Okay, cool. Cash out because that 422 probably ain't going to be there 5 years from now.
Yeah, cash it out. Now, I'm going to say this too, and Pops and I are of an age. I collected comic books, but only in the sense that I didn't throw them away after I read them.
Yep.
You just kept them in a box, nice and neat.
Have bags, boards and shit.
No bags, no boards, and I wasn't wondering what's it going to be worth. I just bought what I liked and I kept them.
Yeah.
And so that has carried on to now. I'm going to open it. I'm going to read it. I didn't buy it to put it in a case and hang it on a wall. That's not me.
Yeah, that's why me personally, I don't understand slabbed comics. I don't understand slabbed anything, but maybe cards.
Tanner, I have novels in my house.
I understand if you
I have read so many times they're falling apart.
If you have a 50-year-old comic that's worth money, I understand putting in a slab and preserving it.
Not me, I'll
You have
sell
a
it.
comic that you bought last week and you just spent $40 to slab it. I hope it ends up being worth nothing because you're just adding to the scam.
Yeah, and there's this. Look, if I have a comic that's worth something, I'm not going to slab it. I'm going to sell it, and then I'm going to go buy a reprint of it and read it again because I got it for the story and the art. I didn't get it for its monetary value.
Yeah, when I bought comics back in the day, I had just stack of comics that sat on my table in my room. I didn't put them in a box. I didn't do it. I just stacked them up and I'd read them. And there was an unread stack, and then there was the red stack.
Right.
Right. My to be read is still growing. So,
hey Max, while you're looking up stuff, look up What If #1.
Okay.
What if Spider-Man had joined the Fantastic Four?
Oh, I see. I already see potential in that.
Well, see, the thing is half of them stories that they did what ifs about, they've actually done stories about now.
Yes.
Yeah.
What if Jane Foster becomes Thor? What if? They're all actual canon stories now. It's like, out of here, man. That was an idea for a what if, and you guys just made it real. How lazy is that?
It's extremely lazy.
There's a trashed version for $20. I don't see any CGC'd yet. Oh, here's very fine near mint, $70.
70 is still a pretty good price.
I only asked
for
about
someone
that.
like me, but
The only number ones I ever had, I had What If number 1, I had Micronauts number 1, and I had ROM Space Knight number 1.
Those two are both probably pretty good.
And I bought those only because that's all that was left on the spinner rack by the time I got there.
That ROM Space Knight number 1's probably pretty fucking decent.
still haven't found any Marvel DC stuff here. And I've gone through 3 secondhand stores today, so
I've got a Vampirella number 1 that I bought for $300. That was worth way more than that, and it's worth way more than that now.
Yeah. Nice.
I bought that for my birthday present like 15 years ago.
I'm thinking of getting I'm thinking of getting the Jin stuff. Sorry, Ginge Gingerton, the one that was on last Tuesday's stream.
Yeah. Symphonic Universe or Symphonic Versus. Yeah. Sing Zing.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a contact with him this Friday. So we already are friends on Facebook, so that's already fun. So
hey Matt, you're talking about like the original like Vampirella magazine.
Yeah, the 1968. Yeah. Vampirella. I've got number 1s from Harris. I've got number 1s from Dynamite. I've got all sorts of stuff, but I mean, I'm talking the Frazetta cover, 50 cents.
There you go.
I mean, I've got
the
facsimile cover, but
the one for $5. Yeah.
That's
how you can tell the difference.
We're approaching that time. We got to hear from a couple more sponsors real quick. Grab a beverage and enjoy.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
sounded rainy.
Yeah, baby.
Love that new video.
Yeah.
But listen, when your own trailer gets you psyched up,
The grandma was packing though with that gun.
yeah, Granny's packing. So let's go around the table here, boys and girls. He is the founder of the Feast. Pops, tell people about yourself and where they can find you.
Well, let me take a page out of Q's. You can always find me here, the Madness Network.
Always. He is the founder of the Feast, Madness Comic Network here on YouTube. And what is it on Facebook?
Facebook, it's the Comic Related Madness.
Comic Related Madness. There you go.
Yep. If you want to talk to me personally.
If you ever need to be on a Monday,
Madness Comic on Twitter, you know what's up.
yep, you need to be on a Monday Madness. You need your project spotlighted. Hit us up.
Yep, we got plenty of room, plenty of time.
Tanner Hurley.
Oh man, you can always find me here. Temporary, and everything else is temporary because of the little rebranding fiasco.
Yep. But Tanner is my co-host. He's here with me every week, and he is an artist, writer in his own right, and a publisher who has a very successful campaign. Is it wrapped already?
Yeah, they're wrapped up.
Nice.
Satellite Girl.
Satellite Girl.
Fully funded?
Fully funded.
Nice.
Almost finished. It's going to be going out next month.
Fantastic, man. I can't wait. All right, and then we have...
I am Max Devill of atrocitypress.com. Just drop by atrocitypress.com. It's got all of our social media links. It's got all of our news that hits that site a week before social media.
Oh, wow.
And it's also got our shop where you can buy all of our books digitally, physically, or our merch or shirts and everything like that. So drop by, check it out, grab yourself some stuff.
Titles include
Mary Machine Gun, Human Hunters, Ninja Bimbos versus Zombies from Deep Space, Love and Madness, and soon to be Lady Blasphemy.
Right.
And
this is one.
Yeah, you said soon to be. You mentioned Lady Blasphemy.
Yeah, Lady Blasphemy.
Yep. All right, that's Max Devill,
What
boys.
about
and girls.
Dark America?
Oh, Dark America #1 is that's Mary Machine Gun. Dark America #1 is coming out in January. Yeah, totally forgot about that.
All right. Good job, Tanner. Good job.
I catch my mistakes. That's good.
Young man, who are you?
I'm Stephen B, and I'm the founder and owner of boldcatstudios.
Yeah, man.
And what I have going on right now is I am working on 2 books, which I plan to get done at the end of this month. Rev and Last Days of Bad Moon.
All right. Fantastic. Now, this feller here, who are you and why should we care?
I'm Devill there. I'm basically an Iron Age meme lord. So if you have a comic and you want memes about it, and I promote it on other ones' channels, I basically am able to get some. I already made some for Dre from Treble Rhythm Within. I just make basic memes and have a fun time for now.
All right. So where can people find you?
I'm only on Twitter at the moment. On @TheDevil'sAir, just @Devil'sAir.
Okay.
And you can find me, and if you just see the logo, you will be able to find me. So,
All right. Thank you, sir. Hey, I'm Doc Blalock. I'm the artist and writer behind the Pariah Saga, and A Damn Dirty Thing, the Jake Bishop story. I'm also the host of Doc's Coffee Shop here on the YouTube every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am the nicest guy in comics today. Hit me up. I'll help you spotlight your campaign. Yeah, Pops is laughing at me. In the meantime, shut up, Pops. I am the nice. Trust me, I am nice.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm tired of talking to you.
And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
Well, what do you know? I finally got the last word.
Good night, everybody!
Quitting time! Quitting time!